Why didn't I keep going? I'm such an idiot, you're fooling me. Let's play some Russian roulette. Yeah, you heard what I said. Bring me your lullaby. I can't move on, I can't let go. You left me here, I'm all alone. You're my complication.
I didn't have any plans to become an artist because I thought that was impossible when you're from a small town like me. My name is Linda Varg. I'm a Swedish singer and a songwriter. I'm born and raised up in a small town in Sweden. Actually on the countryside, a small village, 25 people. I'm not from a music family, but I always loved singing. I didn't have any plans to become an artist because I thought that was impossible when you're from a small town like me. But when I took the confirmation in church, we did a musical and I sang, and I felt that I had something special in my voice. So I joined the gospel choir. After the confirmation and the gospel choir and everything, and I started to take singing lessons, and I saw the musical Cats. I think we had a school trip in Germany, and I saw Cats, and I was like, wow, I want to do that, to sing and dance. So I started to dance in school. We had this aesthetic program, and I was thinking, okay, I'm singing in my free time, so if I do the dance classes in school, then I have everything. So I did that, and I did audition to the Ballet Academy in Gothenburg, because that was the best musical artist school in Sweden. I did Ballet Academy for, I think, 1.5 years, and then I saw on TV they had this, it was called Pop Stars. I just saw it on TV and I said, next year if it's coming, I'm gonna do it. And when you won that competition, they put together a group, like a pop group, when we were called Supernatural, 2 boys and 3 girls. At that time I was like, no, I don't want to be a musical artist, I want to be a star. And it went pretty good for about 1.5 years. We were touring Sweden and we sold platinum and everything, it was big. And I thought, like, okay, piece of cake, you know, you can become a star so easy and I'm set for life. But in one way I was pretty loose as a person, because I didn't think so much about being a famous person, celebrity. I didn't care about that. I just wanted to have fun. But then I saw my friend, she was working on a cruising ship, and they did a show on the boat. It was a very small show, but anyway, I felt in my heart, I want to do this. So I did the audition, and 6 months later, I started to working there. And it was fun, it was very fun. So I think I did it for four years. To work on a cruising ship, that's a little bit dangerous because it's a lot of alcohol. I remember I drank a lot. And I found out that I have epilepsy. I didn't know that I had it. I had from when I was a kid, I could feel that sometimes it felt like a déjà vu, but then I started to feel sick, and then it disappeared. And I asked my mother, what is it? And I explained to her, and she said, no, it's just déjà vu, it's nothing. She didn't know. No one in my family was an epileptic. The boyfriend I had at that time, he was a musician, a bass player, and we had guitars home. And one day I took the guitar and I was just starting to play, just the E string, and I started to sing. And I wrote a song, and I was like, whoa, okay, this feels good. And I felt like maybe I have a talent for this. And that's where my journey started as a songwriter. But I didn't have any plans really at that time either to become like to have it as a profession. It was just more fun. I've always been very creative, and I've always met the right people. But it has always just ended. it started up good things. I met one guy, he helped me to do like small music videos for my songs, just small clips to put together so I could send it to record companies. But I don't know why, but every time I just stopped. I think I sent it to one label, record label, and I didn't hear anything, and I was like, no, it didn't work, so. But I still kept writing music, and so that didn't fade. I kept writing songs, and after a while, nothing happened because I didn't follow through my stuff. And I was thinking, okay, Idol has started on TV, you know, and I was thinking, maybe I can do the Idol. I gave myself 1 year. If nothing had happened during that year, I'm gonna do the audition for Idol, because I won Popstars Supernatural. So in my subconscious mind, it was like, if I do audition to Idols, then I will win. I came as ninth. And during the audition, I changed. I listened to the jury, and they said, this is good, this is not good. And I only listened to this is not good. So I got panicked and I started to change. The first audition was perfect. I sang my own song, Keep Going. And yeah, that was me, you know. But after a while in Idol, I wasn't there anymore. It wasn't me. And after that, that was like I just crashed and burned. Because I did it for the wrong reasons. That was a very hard time for me. And I was still trying to contact labels. I sent some kind of demos. I found some people recorded with, but nothing happened. But this producer, Chris Rehn, who was working with my husband, who is also an artist, songwriter, he heard a song that I wrote, and it was a little bit, it was kind of rock. It had the rock vibe in it, and he said, "This song is awesome, and you're awesome. Let's record it." So we recorded that song, and that was my song, "Idiot." And that was kind of scary because I was used to the pop stars. This love is supernatural. But I started to write songs in another way, and it came natural for me to write a little bit more rock. I didn't think that it was rock at that time, but it was. We started to record more songs. We recorded a song called Russian Roulette. That's a rock song. And we recorded music videos. He is also a video maker. Awesome. And during that time, I started to tour. I went down to Germany and did an acoustic tour. And I toured in Sweden a couple of years, more than a couple of years. I became a very good entertainer, and I learned how to make it interesting for the audience. But like before, I didn't believe myself. I had the songs out there, and when you played it to labels and stuff, and they're like, "No, rock is difficult in Sweden. Why don't you do in Swedish? Do Swedish songs." I didn't do Swedish songs, but I got scared. And when you get scared, you start to make the wrong decisions. I started to write pop songs and working with other producers that were more into pop, and you think too much to be successful instead of just doing what you really love to do. And I was thinking, why doesn't it work? Why is nothing happening? So I just sat down and I was like, okay. And during this time, I also started to work on myself spiritually. I started to meditate, and I started to become calm, and I could see it more clearly. Instead of focusing on small things and on problems, I started to open up. And then during that time, I sat down and I was thinking, okay, what do I want to do? What kind of music do I want to do? I contacted a guy called Palle Hammarlund, and I said to him, I need help. So we started to write songs. We had a little misunderstanding, but that was a good misunderstanding, because I had a reference. I said, he asked me, do you have a reference? And I said, okay. I love the song Kids in America. It's not rock, but you still have the electric guitars and stuff in the chorus. But he understood it as the 80s. That's what he heard. So when I came there, he had made some synth stuff, but the style was a little bit too 80s and not really what I wanted. I wanted to do it more rock. And then he said to me, you should get a manager, really. And I know this guy called Jens Lundberg. And he said, I never worked with him, but I know that he is working more outside of Sweden. I asked if he wanted to hear some songs, and so he said, yeah, sure, send it. So I emailed my songs, and then he wrote back to me, this is awesome, what's your plan? And so we talked on the phone after that, and he asked me, what do you want to do? And I told him a little bit, I said, don't laugh now, but if you really want to hear what I want to do, my dreams, like some kind of goals, I don't want to tell you, but I told him, and he didn't laugh. He was like, yeah, okay, sounds awesome. He's that kind of guy, he doesn't get scared. He doesn't see limits. He's just like totally open, like, okay, we want to do that, we do that. So I said, I want to be able to stand on the same stage as Nickelback, as a supporting act, maybe. And he said, yeah, that could work. It's not impossible. And we clicked immediately. We were meant to work together. And life has always provided me with talented people, great people, who believed in me and who wanted to work with me. But since I didn't believe myself, I thought that they did it to be nice to me. I've heard people say, like, you're standing in your own way, but I didn't understand that I was standing in my own way. But now I can see, I understand what I did. I was thinking too much. I was my own enemy. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Jens, my manager, because he's crazy. He's amazing, and I really trust him. So I'm putting my career in his hands, and he is delivering. So I signed with Blue Lemon Management, and then one evening he sent me a text on WhatsApp, and he said, I found a producer that I love. And that was Chris Baseford, who produces Nickelback. Avril Lavigne, Theory of a Dead Man, work with Scott Stapp, you know. Yeah, the dream producer. And he wanted to work with me. And that was crazy. So a few days later we had a Zoom meeting, me, Jens and Chris. And he had already prepared notes. So he listened to the songs and written down what he wanted to do with the songs. And he said that he wants people to get speeding tickets when they listen to the songs. And that was exactly what I wanted. So we decided to record an album. But it takes time, you know, because it's kind of a big project. And we didn't plan for this. We were planning to release the songs as they were, but Chris wanted to do them like, yeah, reproduce them, do it like pure rock songs. But it takes time because it's a big project, you know. We had to find investors and work on stuff and planning, and it's not just to go over and record an album. We had a Zoom meeting in 2024, and 2025 in the end of June, me and Jens flew over to Nashville for the pre-production, just for 4 days. So I was sitting with Chris and just started to get to know him, and we went through what we were gonna do with the songs. And I remember, this was so amazing. He took the electric guitar and he started just to play on top of the songs, just to see what kind of, you know, sound a little bit and what I liked. And it was it was heavy. And I remember I felt when he was playing, I could feel it all the way through my arms, out to my fingertips, through my body, out through my toes, like, oh, this is what I want to do. Just doing the music because you love it, and don't think about if people are gonna love it, I have to love it first. You know, I have to love my music. And this was exactly what I wanted. I felt it. It was so clear. This was a dream for me. I'm over to the States, you know. I went over to LA 2008. And I had big dreams then. I went over and I'm gonna be a star, because that's when my focus had shifted from the pure love for music to succeed. I went over there and I brought my friend, and I had some meeting with a shady guy who's like, no, he didn't help me. And I had to go home and a little bit disappointed. This was 2007, 2008, and now I'm back 2025. So I mean, don't give up. The next time I was going over, I was gonna record vocals on all of the songs in 4 days, I think. So it was cool. I mean, 4 days, 5 songs, no problem. But 1.5 weeks before I am going over, I got sick. I lost my voice, I got a runny nose, fever, and that's just 1.5 weeks before. So, but 1 or 2 days before we flew over, I got much better. The first day we went to Sienna Studios, and for the first time I was gonna have live drums on my songs. So we went to Sienna Studios, and a drummer called Evan Fredrickson recorded drums. And then the day after that, it was time to record vocals. And I was nervous. That's so stupid. I don't know how many years I've been singing and recording in studio, but I was nervous. And I told Chris as well that I don't want to be in another room, because I will get even more nervous if I don't see him, you know, standing alone there. So I said I want to be in the same room, and he said, yeah, it's totally fine. And I remember when I was sitting there, when I recorded, we started with Summer's Gone. And I was sitting there, and I was so nervous, and I felt so small, and the jet lag as well. So I was sitting, and I remember I hugged myself, and I was thinking, everything is okay. Everything is okay. You're doing good. You're just gonna sing. You know? So after I've recorded the vocals, it was time to go back to Sweden. And Chris started to produce the songs, and I have live musicians playing all the instruments. So on guitar I have Ryan Stead, Evan Potter, on bass Johan Nieman, drums Evan Fredrickson, and on strings and programming I have Randy Slaw. Except for working with these amazing musicians, Chris and I thought it would be a great idea to have guitar solo on 2 of my songs. And Jens, my manager, he's a friend and also worked with the drummer in Motorhead and Scorpions, Mickey D. So he asked him, do you know a great guitar player? And he said, yeah, you should have Joel Hoekstra, guitar player in Whitesnake and just been on tour with Cheer. So Jens wrote to him, and he said, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'd love to do that. So now Joel Hoekstra is playing solo on I Don't Know Her Name and Summer's Gone. I could never have imagined having such a guitar icon playing on my songs. So now we're in the final stages, and we're gonna do the finishing touches. And then we're gonna start releasing the songs. And then we're gonna start preparing for the second stage, which is going back to Nashville to record the second half of the album. So this is just the beginning. I'm just getting started.